Pokemon, gym leaders. We all have to fight them in order to get to the Elite Four, become Pokemon champion. But one question that has always been asked by pretty much everyone who's ever played Pokemon, what would your gym leader team be? Specifically, what type specialty would you have? All the gyms, except for Blue in the Johto games, has a type specialty where it really drives a point home that type specialties really aren't that good of a thing. You really need type diversity in the Pokemon games. But what would your type specialty be? Would it be the fighting type? Or the fire type? Maybe the normal type? Who knows? You can let me know in the comments, but for today, we're going to go over what my gym leader team would be. Specifically, what Pokemon that I would have, the type specialty that I would have, the moves that I would have on them, and why I would put them in the way that I did. So, without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and get right into my Pokemon gym leader team. Now, first off, I would like to point out that I would place myself as the 8th gym leader. Not because, obviously 8th gym leader, but because the Pokemon that I've chosen for my team would be a bit unfair to the player if I was like the 3rd gym leader. So, there's that. So, let's get right on to it. My type specialty would be the fighting type. The reason for it is because the fighting type is my 2nd favorite type, and my favorite Pokemon of all time is a fighting type Pokemon, so it makes a lot of sense. To start off the list, the first Pokemon that I would throw out would be my man, the Alpha Crabrawler. Okay, look, I understand he's like not that good, and I could use Crabominable, who's much better, but Crabominable's so ugly. I don't want to use, he's so ugly. I just can't. Look, the other 5 Pokemon on this list all have reasons for existing. They have specific movesets. I can explain why they're there. Just let me have this. I mean, I have a full team of 6 here. You'll be fine with getting 1 free KO. Alright? Before we continue, if you guys enjoy the Pokemon content and want to see more, do make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know anytime that I upload a video. I think I'm going to end up doing a full series where I talk about what my gym leader team would be for every single type. But until then, let's continue on with the, fighting type gym that I'm trying to construct right now. And actually get serious with it, shall we? So the next Pokemon on the list will be Toxicroak. Toxicroak is an interesting Pokemon. It's not very powerful, but it's more meant to cripple you with moves like Poison Jab, Toxic, Drain Punch, and Throat Chop. The reason why I gave it Throat Chop is because it's a decent Dark-type move that will deter your Psychic types from coming out, which is really good because being a Poison fighting type means Toxicroak takes 4 times damage to Psychic moves. He definitely needs something to help him out there. So having a move that will possibly deter your Psychic type from just coming out is a good thing. Now, his stats aren't really that great. I mean, 85 speed, I think that's still one of the highest speed stats on the team though. Fighting types aren't very fast. So he's definitely not going to outspeed your Psychic type, so at the end of the day, it probably doesn't matter. But at least he has the move, right? Up on the list is a Hariyama. Hariyama is a bulky little boy. With that 144 base HP and 120 base attack. And yes, if you're wondering why I keep looking down, I do have notes right under the camera. Don't at me. I'm a professional YouTuber. But with those base stats, he's pretty tanky. It can hit really hard. So the moveset I have for him is Bulk Up, Vital Throw, Earthquake, and Revenge. Earthquake is more just there for type coverage than anything else, and Bulk Up is to boost his already impressive attack stats and his kind of lackluster defense stat. Vital Throw is very important to the kit, however, because Vital Throw, if you don't know, is a move that will always hit after your opponents, but it will never miss. This is good because Hariyama's base speed is pretty low. He's likely to be attacking 2nd anyway, so I might as well give him a good move that will compensate for the fact that he has pretty garbage speed. And Revenge is there since he has a lot of health. You're likely never going to take him out in one hit, so it enables me to build up some bulk ups, use Revenge, and the more you hurt Hariyama, the more Revenge gains intensity, aka damage. So he's more just there to hurt you. He's not going to be the one that wins the fight or anything, but he's definitely going to hit your team pretty damn hard. Next up is my personal favorite Pokemon of all time, the Four-Arms boy himself, Machamp. Machamp doesn't exactly excel in any one thing. In fact, he's actually a lot worse than I remember him being. He's not really all that great, if I'm being honest. But he is a reliable fighting type, and again, he's my favorite Pokemon, so he gets to be on the team. Having moves such as Close Combat, Thunder Punch, Cross Chop, and Knock Off, he can put the hurtin' on your team. The reason for his moveset, Cross Chop is a very reliable fighting move, when it doesn't miss, that is. Close Combat, whereas it does lower my physical and special defenses, with physical defense of 80, special defense of 85, he's not really going to be tanking much anyway. Those aren't bad stats, but he's definitely not going to tank really any of your stab super effective moves, such as Psychic or Aerial Ace or whatever other fighting or flying type move that you might be using. Thunder Punch, however, is to try and deter those fighting type Pokemon. I keep saying fighting. Thunder Punch, however, is more meant to deter those flying type Pokemon from coming in. And same as Knockoff, it's a pretty decent dark type move to try and prevent those pesky psychic types from, you know, just coming in and wrecking house on my team. I just realized how actually at a disadvantage a fighting type gym is. Yeah, something tells me even though I'm the 8th gym, I won't be that hard. Unless, of course, my last two Pokemon can, you know, fill some gaps. Because up next is Mega Glade. Now, I could have chosen Mega Lucario, and most people probably would, but I felt like that was too easy and too simple of a Pokemon to use. Everyone would have chosen Mega Lucario in that scenario. I want to be different. I want to choose Mega Glade. I like Gardevoir. I've never actually used Glade in a playthrough though, but looking at those base stats, he seems pretty damn good. So, the moveset that we have on the Mega Glade here, we do have Future Sight, Drain Punch, Psychic, and Night Slash. You'll notice a theme where most of my Pokemon so far have had a Dark type move to try and counter out the Psychic types, because Psychic types are much more dangerous to the Fighting type than Flying types are, considering Flying types are usually also Normal type, so you'll take neutral damage from my Fighting type moves. Psychic outright resists fighting. Not only can you hit me with stab super effective moves, my moves won't do anything to you, so they definitely need some dark type moves to be able to, you know, have a fighting chance against so much as a single psychic type on the team. Moves like Future Sight will also help a lot, because even if Glade goes down, he can still put the hurtin' on your team. Future Sight is a very powerful move. And then Psychic, because, I mean, he's a Psychic fighting type. Why not have a stab Psychic move, one of the best in the game? And Drain Punch simply because he has a pretty low HP stat, so it would be very beneficial to have a move where get some of that back. Alright, and our last Pokemon is a pretty beefy boy. The beefiest bug of them all, Buzzwole. So, Buzzwole is basically a legendary Pokemon, and is the main reason why I chose this as the 8th gym leader, because, let's be honest, fighting Buzzwole with those stats as, like, the 3rd gym leader, which gym leader is Brawly in Emerald? Like, isn't he, like, number 2 or number 3? Fighting that as your 3rd gym leader? That's just not fair, now is it? He's got insane attack, really good health, insane physical bulk. His special stats may be lacking, but he's also got a little bit of speed on him. So, I mean, he's definitely going to be the best member of the team by far. And to take advantage of those massive physical stats, we did give him Bulk Up and Vital Throw. Yeah, I couldn't pass up the chance to give something with base stats that ridiculous, physical base stats that ridiculous. I could not give it a move that buffs both of those stats. I had to, and Vital Throw is such a good move. And just to piss people off, it'll know Roost as well. which is a move that recovers 50% of your max HP. And then he knows Bug Bite because he's a bug type, and I felt the need to give him at least one bug type move. But I mean, just his stats alone will make him a wall. You're definitely not going to kill him in one hit if I've managed to take your Psychic type out. And even if I haven't taken your Psychic type out, one Bug Bite will probably KO it, since it's a stab super effective move. So, all in all, it's going to be a pain in the ass getting past a Buzzwole that has ridiculous bulk, ridiculous attack, a move that buffs both those attacks, a move that never misses, and a move that heals 50% of his health. I mean, is it cheating to use what's basically a legendary Pokemon? Possibly, but I feel like if I want to make a true gym leader team, I should have access to any Pokemon that I want, and having Buzzwole on the team really makes it a hard battle because the fighting type just, all in all, isn't all that great. Machamp is very slow, only having base 55 speed, and you'd think for a Pokemon who's famous for throwing 500 punches a second would have a high base speed, but he doesn't. Hariyama has very low speed and pretty abysmal special stats. Toxicroak doesn't really excel in any one thing. Glade has abysmal health, and I mean the rest of his stats are okay, but not amazing. So, all in all, the fighting type really isn't that great, but I still love it. It is my second favorite type of all time. I think for the next one, we're going to go to my favorite type of all time, which is the Psychic type. Yep, Psychic type is my favorite typing, and if anyone's wondering, yes, Mega Gardevoir will be on that team, because I like Gardevoir. And yes, Alakazam will also be on that team, because I like Alakazam. But, if you want to know what the other 4 Pokemon would be, make sure you come watch that video. I don't know when it'll be uploaded, possibly within the next few days, maybe week. But yeah, that is basically my gym leader team. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do tell me what your gym leader team would be, what your type specialty would be, and what Pokemon you would put on the team. If you enjoyed this video, do make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see all of you inmates back here at the Asylum for the next video. Peace.